Hello and welcome to my channel On the Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. And let's find out what's been on the hook. I have lots of things that are on the hook, a new project that's on the hook, but this video is going to be my first of the once a week videos that I'm going to present to you, and I'm going to only do this once a week. So I will have a giveaway today, and next week will be crochet surprise. So I just received the box, so next week will be crochet surprise. But at the end of this video, you can sign up for the giveaway for this week. Now, I wanted to talk about organizing today. Organizing my office. I'm going to call it my craft office, because I do all my crafts in here except for my sewing. I do my sewing down in my craft room, and I store a lot of yarn down there that it's not the season that I'm working on, so I store the yarn downstairs in my craft room. And I have taken you to my craft room. That's where I block sweaters and scarves and cowls. That's where I do my sewing. That's where I iron, and like I said, I store some yarn down there as well. And it's a nice big room, but I spend most of my time up here in my office, as you know, and if you've been watching me for any length of time, you know it's always the same backdrop, and there's a file cabinet, a harp, and a piano. And those are things that I do love to do. I like to work on my business, which I have another business that's not related to On the Hook Crochet, and then I also play the harp once in a blue moon, and it's been a long blue moon since I've played it. But I do play my piano just about every day, and I play mostly just hymns and things like that. Things that are easy that I can improvise on. I don't follow a lot of music. I did that as I was learning the piano many years ago, and I decided I would just play what I wanted to play. So that's what I do on that end of my office. But in this end of my office is what I call my craft office. There is a set of yarn here for the season. Usually, sometimes they just stay there, and I move winter yarns out, put in summer yarn. Then I have a set up for my cross stitch project, and I want to show you what I've done to my office lately. And if you follow me on Instagram, you will know that I've been posting some photos of things that I have bought from my craft office, and I want to show you those in the video today. So I made a little separate video of a tiny tour of my craft office. So here it is. I'm going to show you a few things that I am doing to try to organize my office. As you know, you've been to my office many times because I'm there when I do my videos, but you don't see this part of my office. Now, one time I did show you this. This is my wall of yarn, and look at all that yarn. And they're my two sweet girls up there at the top. I still haven't named them. I've got some names in my back pocket, but I haven't really decided which names to give them. But this is a look at all of my current yarn, and this of course is my hand-dyed yarn, a lot of it from Knit Crate. Over here is also some hand-dyed yarn from Knit Crate. There's a project in the works I haven't done much on. Here's some cotton yarn from Lion Brand, 24/7 I believe it is. And then some Super Saver down here with some comfy cotton in the back. There's all kinds of different yarns in here. Here's some cream yarn from Michaels. I made a couple of tops out of this. One was this color, and I also made a gold color that I really like. This is my coastal cotton collection back here. I have a little bit of that. I have a Knit Crate down here that I've already showed y'all. I have some ice yarn here that I didn't do anything with yet, but it's kind of a white color, and I had it up here for summer, and I haven't done anything with that. Now, I do have some beautiful yarn here from Ice. This is the Mohair Pastel. I'll keep it up here because I want to remember that I have it. I have it in pink, and then I also have it in pink and gray. Here is some Knitologie yarn right here that I haven't done anything with. I really like it though. It's beautiful yarn. This is a project that I have trying to plan it for my 12 days of Christmas right here. And in there is a peek of it. I haven't really made a decision about that, but I'm working on it. It's in one of Joe's bags, by the way. Her little cute little bee bag. And then I have some other items down here. This is a project that I will not finish right now. It's a top-down sweater that I gave up on because I wanted to have just the right pattern for it, and I just haven't pursued that. Also some more ice yarn down there. But over here, here's another couple of projects that I'm still working on. This is some beautiful yarn. It's yellow and gray. Y'all have probably seen that. And down in the bottom is my blue sky that was sponsored by Glenda over at Creative Grandma, and I'm still working on that. Of course, my scales that I have to watch every single day or I'll be gaining weight, and I don't want to do that. Here's another box of some yarn I've put aside. I do have some beautiful wool yarn in here that I bought. It's Audine wools, and it's the natural colors, and I keep it out here so I can remember that I have it. I'd like to use it. This is a box that I use to keep the items that I'm going to talk about in my next video. So anytime I want to talk about something, I put it in that box. So there's some things in there that I'm going to talk about later today. These are my new rolling carts. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I bought 2 of these carts, put them together yesterday. Mr. On the Hook helped me. We each put one together and we did it together, so it was kind of fun. I did buy one top, and this is a desktop kind of for one of the carts. They had it there, and I thought, well, I'm going to buy that. And I didn't buy 2, I just bought 1. But this is a lavender rolling cart. It is so cute. It's got a mesh bottom on each tray. There are 3 trays on it, and it rolls very easily. Look at that. It just rolls around nicely. And I put my embroidery box on the top, and this is where I keep a lot of my embroidery items in here. So far, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all those yet, but I thought they'd be nice left in the box. And then I just put the box on top of my rolling cart to get it off my desk, because my desk was starting to just get covered up. Here's Crystal. She's wearing my cotton fair top. It's really hot today, so she decided she was wearing that today. Here is a look at all of my books. I've got lots and lots of books. I've read just about every single one of these. There are tons of books in here, and I was on a book reading binge for a long time, and I wanted books to read. I don't like reading them on my iPad. I like reading them in a book. So that's why I have lots and lots of books here, and I'm not giving those up. So I bought 2 new bookcases, very nice, and they're beautifully put together by Mr. On the Hook, and I really like those. So he bought those for me, and I put all my books in there, and I can look at my books and grab one if I want to. Here's the other rolling cart that I bought. This is a turquoise color, so beautiful. The other is lavender, you can see it there. And this is the one that I have set up at my station. Now, I said that I was going to set up a station for my Lost No More project, and that's what I've done. This is the project that I'm working on right here. It's Lost No More. It's a full coverage cross-stitch embroidery project, and it has a lot of stitches in it. So I've decided that I wanted to make a corner for this particular project. So I have the book that I bought last week. It's a journal that I'm keeping, and I'm going to write about my experience. I've already started it. It's quite lovely. I just was inspired the other night, and I sat down and wrote about this project and what I want to do with it. And then I'm going to keep up with that. So I have it over here where I'm going to be working on this project. Then I have my threads over here, my marker that I mark off my stitches that I do. And all this will be connected to my project. And then I also bought a quilt stand, and I put this together myself. I couldn't believe I did that, but it was kind of fun. And this is a quilt stand. I'm going to walk around here so you can see. This is my project I'm working on. As you can see, I haven't gotten very far, but I have rolled it onto the rollers. I have it mounted on my quilt stand. Here is my chart for the stitches that I have to do. I bought some new readers so I can actually see the holes in the fabric. I was having trouble with that. And this is just an old office chair that I was using before. I might get another chair for it, but right now I'm using a rolling chair. It's padded. It's very comfortable, so that's what I'm using right now. So when I sit at my quilt stand, I can work on that, and all my supplies are over here, and I can also put my phone in there if I want to keep up with what's going on in the world while I'm cross-stitching. But I just wanted to show you how I decided to take one part of my office and set it up for this project, because it's going to be a long-term project, and I need to be able to walk over here and just work on it for a while and then go back to my desk. And it's also by a window. The window's behind me, so that puts the light onto the project, and that is a nice feature. And then I also have a floor lamp. Let me back up just a little bit. This is a floor lamp that I have behind me. Now I plan to buy an OT light or another light that's much brighter than this one, but for right now I'm going to use it this way, and when I get my OT light, then I'll just stand it behind the chair. And y'all have already seen other parts of my office, which are my piano and my harp. I cleaned up the corner where my harp was, so everything's all nice and neat. And I'm not going to show you my desk yet, because I'm planning to take some things off my desk and putting into my rolling cart so I can clean off my desk and be a little more efficient over there. So this is one half of my craft office, and I wanted to show it to you because this is where I stay all day long. I'm in here, I'm doing all my crafts, I'm planning my videos, I'm playing my piano, not always playing my harp. That's a tough one. The harp is not something you could just sit down and play every now and then. You have to tune it, and then you have to, get back in the groove, and I haven't done that yet. But my main thing I was doing this weekend was setting up this corner where I can work on my project, have a little cart where I can put my items that I need, and then my husband decided that I needed 2 carts, and he was right. I'm going to have to fill this up with some things off my desk so I can stay organized. And I hope you enjoyed that tour. I hope the camera wasn't too bungly. I just tried to show you what I'm doing in here and give you a little peek at my environment that I'm in every day. Well, I hope that gave you a little bit of an idea of where I am every day. And I do other things in here besides sit at my desk, which is where I am now. And my computer's over here. And when we do our giveaways, I turn my camera to the computer, and it's right here on my desk. So I do a lot of work here as well. And then I crochet, and I actually cross stitch some here, and I embroider on my desk as well. And I have a lot of storage up here over my desk. So I spend all my time in here except when I go to the kitchen to get something good to eat. I even have my own bathroom here, and this used to be the master bedroom in our home. But I kind of took it over, and we use another bedroom for sleeping, and this is my room. So I've just had a great time setting this up. It is full of crafts and business and music and all kinds of things like that. So I hope you enjoyed that little tour. Speaking of organizing, I would like to address that today. I decided that I would put my crochet magazines all in a 3-ring binder, and I showed you this once before, but I want to show it again because I had to move up to a larger 3-ring binder because I have so many crochet magazines, and I do want to keep them all in one place because I refer to them quite often, just for inspiration usually. But this is the 3-ring binder they used to be in. It's only about maybe 1 inch or 1.5 inches wide, and that's just not doing it for me. I could barely get the thing closed. Let me show you this. This is my new 3-ring binder. It's this wide. It looks like about a 2 inch or maybe 2.5, and it is full of crochet magazines. I install each magazine onto a craft book holder, and this is by Annie's. You can find it on the web. It's real easy to find, but it's a 3-ring punch on one side, and then you split your magazine in half. You just open it to the middle page, and you place this piece inside, and then you put it on your 3-ring binder. So let me show you one of those. In case you didn't see this the last time I showed it, because it's really kind of neat how it works. This is my first magazine, which I think y'all recognize. And what you do is you split that magazine, put it over the craft book holder, and you can then open your magazine as you like, and you can read out of it. It opens all the way up, and then the next magazine is here. So you can put, I have probably 25 magazines in here. I think that's what I have, and it's full. I will have to buy another 3-ring binder to continue, but I did get all of my magazines on here, so that is done, and that's part of organizing my office. So I still have probably 20 or 25 left of these craft book holders. I got these at Annie's. I actually got them free, but they don't cost all that much if you don't hit them on a free day. But this is the craft book holder, item 145100. So if you're interested in those, if you want to get organized, that does help a little bit. Now in my video you saw my yellow basket, and this is a basket that I keep items in that I want to talk about on my next video. I just keep them all in one place, and when it's time for the video I go over and I grab this basket and I put it on a table here, and I can work out of it and show y'all what I have gathered up for the week. So I wanted to show you a couple things I received in the mail. As you know, my post box was moved to another post office because of the tornado we had here back in, I believe it was April. And so I've had to chase that post box around, and I finally found it again. They had actually moved it back to my original post office now, so it's where I can get to it. And there were several things in there, and I want to show those to you. First of all, Karen sent me this beautiful magnetic needle holder. I already have my needles on it. I'm going to move this over to my cross stitch area over there with my Lost No More project, and these will go on to the fabric. So I'm just excited. I want to leave these on here though so you could see it. But this is actually two-sided. It's quite beautiful. The other side is just as pretty, so you could use it on either side. But thank you, Karen. Very sweet of you to send me that, because I do not have any needle minders, and I noticed that some people have them on every project, so I get that. I understand that, but this will do well for me because I just have the one cross stitch project that I'm working on right now. The new scroll stand that I have that I showed in the video is an Edmunds Stitcher's Wonder. And I did look this up, and I believe you can get it on Amazon, and I'll put a link to it if you want it. You could probably go to their website and buy it too as well. But it's not hard to put together because I could actually do it. So it wasn't that hard to put together. You just have to follow the directions, and everything has beautiful pictures. And this is made in the United States. So all the directions were very, very easy to understand, and they anticipated any problems you might have. So I think this was a very nice buy. I received a nice letter from Joan, one of my subscribers. Thank you, Joan. I won't read your message, but it was very, very sweet. Thank you very much. And then from Nancy Gorst at Nan's Next Knots, she sent me a July 4th stitch marker. Check that out. It's red, white, and blue. Nancy, thank you so very much. I appreciate that. You send me one for every holiday, and it's much appreciated. Very, very sweet. And that's beautiful. I will use that on one of my crochet projects. So thank you again, Nancy, from Nan's Next Knots. And I will put a link down there in the description box to it. I forgot last time, so I will put that in there so you can click on and watch Nancy. Another subscriber named Wendy Stamper. And Wendy, I know you don't mind that I say your last name because you were a winner last week or the week before. And she sent me some really cute things that are crocheted. And I want to show those quickly to you. This is a little rooster. It's very, very cute. And I like this. Thank you, Wendy. And there are a couple of things in here. You probably put this on a hat or a headband. Wouldn't that be cute? I might have to do that. I really like that. It's pink and green. Very, very pretty. Thank you, Wendy. Also, Wendy sent me a pretty coaster, and I needed a new coaster because the one I have on my desk is an Easter coaster. I did a video about this one time. I didn't do a tutorial, of course, but I did do a video about making some of these for an Easter dinner. Well, I didn't get around to it, so I'm using the one that I made on my desk, and I use it every single day. But I think I'm going to switch over to Wendy's Starfish because it's summertime. Isn't that cute? And my cup will fit right on that, so I think I'm going to use that on my desk from now on. And I love the turquoise. I've gotten to where I really like turquoise. And I'll probably just put this on a table and maybe put my lamp on it or something like that. In fact, I have one right over here I'll probably use it for. So that's what that is for. And again, thank you. Also, and this is what I will put an artificial flower in here. This is a little white, let me see if I can get the light from blowing that out. It's a little white coffee cup. See? Look at this. Isn't that cute? And it's crocheted right onto the saucer. That is so pretty. Look at that. It's so pretty. Thank you, Wendy. I will put a flower in there and set it on a table somewhere. I really like that. And last but not least, she sent me this. And this is a little floral item, and it has a pin on the back that you can pin it onto your shirt or your jacket. And it's hand crocheted, and I think that she actually uses the project bag that I sent to her that she won, one of my vinyl front project bags, and she puts these inside the project bag and then she gives them away just as random acts of kindness. So Wendy, I just admire you for doing that, but this is really pretty, and thank you for sending me one. Thank you for sending it to me. Now for a few other things that I have purchased. I bought some Thread Magic, and this is thread conditioner. I saw this on a YouTube channel, and so I just went out and bought it. I bought it on Amazon. It's called Thread Magic, and what you do with this is you drag your floss through it, and it straightens out your floss and makes your floss very slick. The crosses are easier to make. So I'm going to try that. I've got it. I'm going to put it over at my new station where I do my cross stitch and see if this works. I've heard other YouTubers say that when you roll your floss onto a bobbin like this, there are 28 in there, so there's 14 there. It's very thin. It has a hole for a ring that you might want to keep it on to separate certain flosses for a particular project, and it has little niches there where you grab the floss and put it through there, and then you wrap it around this bobbin. And I've heard people say that when you, what they call bobbinate your floss, you put it on bobbins, that when you go to stitch, then it wrinkles up. The floss tends to knot. So one girl said she bought this Thread Magic, and this helped a lot. So I plan to bobbinate all of my floss. And speaking of which, I do have quite a bit of floss already that I just randomly bought at Hobby Lobby one day. Then I've decided to branch out a little bit, and I bought some pearl cotton from DMC, and I'm going to use this on my embroidery project, which is the poppy and lavender project. I'll show that to you later in the video, but this is the floss that I bought. These are two colors of green, very beautiful, but if you'll notice that the floss is much thicker than regular floss, so one strand of this equals 2 strands of the other. I bought a couple of these just to try them out. That's the only reason I bought these. And then I bought this, and these are the colors number 1 to 35. They've never done that, so they named these colors 1 to 35, and I plan to bobbinate these and label them and put them in my little box that's supposed to arrive here next week. I bought a plastic box that I can put my bobbins in and get all organized, and then I'll probably put the box over on one of my rolling carts so it can get it off my desk, get all these bobbins off my desk, get the floss off my desk, the Thread Magic off my desk, get everything off my desk so I can actually work on my business here. So that is one thing that I plan to do. So that's part of my embroidery that I was going to talk about. I have not stitched any more on my poppies and lavender, which looks like it'd be pretty easy to do. I just have not gotten around to it. And last week I showed you the frame that I bought to put this in. Now I wasn't real pleased with how that looked because this is almost a yellow looking thing. So I wanted to put a barrier between this and the frame. And I did buy the frame large enough so that I can put a mat in here. I found this mat at Michael's that I'm going to use to kind of accent this piece, and I think it looks a little bit better with the tan mat, and we'll see how it looks. I have a sticky board, and once I finish it, I'm just going to put it in this frame, and I do like it. I'll have to just get used to it. I'm not sure I'm going to really like that frame with this particular piece, but sometimes you have to experiment and just say, I don't know if I like that or not. And if you can take it apart, you can take it apart. Put another frame around it if you want to. If you were watching my videos last week, you might have heard me mention the Darn Good Yarn company, and I did offer to review their yarn if they wanted me to do that. I would be glad to review their yarn and have a giveaway or anything they want, but I did not want to sign a legal contract, so that just didn't seem like a good idea to me. So instead, I ordered some silk bamboo yarn because I wanted to try some silk yarn. I've never tried that. That has more silk in it than just a tiny little bit. Now this, what I'm wearing, I'll just tell you that right now. This is my Titmouse sweater. Love it. It is so comfortable because I looked at one of the hanks of yarn I had left, and I read the label on it, and it's wool, silk, and cashmere. It's super nice. This is why I like to wear it so much. This is kind of a go-to sweater for me in the summertime, especially if I'm going to be in a restaurant where it's cool, or at church or somewhere like that. I can wear this and be very comfortable. In my car, I run my air conditioning, so I'm not burning up, and I haven't been hot in this yet, and I've been wearing it quite a bit off and on. So I like the silk in this. I think that's one reason I like it, because it's not scratchy. When it warms up, it's very, 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 very soft. So I ordered some Patton's Silk Bamboo, and here's the yarn band. Patton's Silk Bamboo. It's 70% bamboo and 30% silk. And when I ordered 6 balls of it because I thought there were 120 yards on each ball, and actually there are 102 yards on each ball. So I made a mistake. I only ordered 612 yards, and that may not be enough for what I want to do. And I've kind of changed my mind as I started working on this, but I ordered the moss color. It is gorgeous. Look at that. It is gorgeous. It's just beautiful. I love it, and it's so soft. It comes on a ball like cotton thread, you know, the number 10 cotton, number 3 cotton threads that Coat and Clark's put out. It's wound just like that, but it's actually silk and bamboo. It's a number 3 yarn. So I grabbed my J hook and I started a sweater. Here is the bottom of the sweater. It is a ribbed bottom on the sweater. And we're going to make the rib first, and then we're going to do a couple of specialty rows, and then we're going to do some double crochet in a different fashion. And I'm going to actually, I think this is what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to stripe this sweater with ivory, and I'm going to crochet about this much, and then we're going to put a little stripe of ivory around, and then crochet this much, put a little stripe of ivory just to give it some interest. And so I ordered some ivory Patton Silk Bamboo this morning, and it should be here in the next few days. So I'm going to stop crocheting on this, I think, right about now, and then I'm going to wait for the ivory to come in, and I'm going to put a stripe on that and get going on that. And this will be a pattern. It's quite lovely. I love the way the ribbing works. Look how nice that is. It's really stretchy, really nice. And then coming up the sweater, it's going to have specialty stitches. Not anything difficult, but it will not just be straight double crochet across like this one. Of course, this has plenty of interest in it, so it's not going to be boring to look at. It's certainly not a boring sweater to look at. My husband loves this sweater, and I guess that's one reason that I wear it all the time. And I'll stand up and show it to you in case you're new and you haven't seen this. This is my Titmouse sweater, and it has some lace stitches here, lace stitches around each sleeve, a nice wide band around the neck, but it also is cut across, so it's not hot, it's not right up next to your neck. It's a summer sweater. Very, very comfortable, not very long, a little bit of ease, maybe 4 inches total around the bottom. It's not got much ease in it, so it's not a big blousy sweater, but it's very, very comfortable, and I really like it. I did finish this sweater last week, that was made from 100% acrylic. It's called Beautiful You, and if you haven't looked at it, I'll put a link at the end of my video for you to see that. But it's very, very comfortable. I've worn it 2 times now. I wore it Friday and I also wore it on the weekend. So it was very, very comfortable. I like it. It's 100% acrylic. So there are some really good acrylic yarns out there. It's a number 2 weight yarn in acrylic, and in the video from Friday, I tell you what pattern to use to make that particular sweater from, and all about it. So you can watch the video if you're interested in that. Now on to the giveaway portion of my video. I have another crochet magazine to give away. It seems like I have 3 subscriptions to this. I don't know how it happened. I've talked about it before, but there are 2 crochet magazines I don't need. So last week I gave one away, and this week I'm giving another one away. And I want the keyword to be change. C-H-A-N-G-E. The word change, like I'm changing gears. And the reason I picked that word is that this is the Seasons of Change cardigan, and I really love that. It is so beautiful. Look at the bishop sleeves on there. I'd love to see a picture of this that someone may have crocheted. I think it's just beautiful. I really like that. But that's on the cover of this brand new crochet magazine. The edition is Autumn 2020, so you're right up to speed on there. Beautiful, beautiful patterns in here. Look at that, how cute that is. Very, very casual, but cute the way they've done the stripes. This season, actually, they've put some other things. A really cute baby sweater as well. So this is called Change, and if you'll put that in your comment down below, you'll be in the running to win that next Monday. So remember, I'm going to put out a video once a week on Monday, and y'all can watch it anytime during the week or on Monday. That was the day that y'all seem to really want me to do my videos. So I will be releasing them on Monday throughout the summer, and then into the fall we may get it back into 2. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do that, but I'm so glad that you watched my video today. Thank you for staying with me and for commenting, all the things that y'all do that are so wonderful. Be sure to go down in the description box and sign up to be in the community, because I'll be coming out with a new sweater pattern in the next week or so. And if you're in the community, you will receive a substantial discount to use for that particular sweater pattern if you're interested in buying it on my Etsy shop. So be sure to go down and sign up to be in the community, and share this video, like it, subscribe if you're not subscribed. I would really appreciate that. And if you like the video, it tells YouTube that you like the video, and they will find other people who might like to watch our content. So thank you so much for doing that, and also sharing as well. So I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week and next weekend. And I will be back next Monday, and we'll pick the winner of the Crochet Magazine. We'll talk about Crochet Surprise and lots of other things. So look for me then on Monday when we find out what's on the hook.